As we look at the screen right now, MP Materials Corp, trading under the ticker MP, is currently priced at $78.34 per share. That represents a massive intraday surge of $6.05, an explosive 8.37% climb for the day. Now, when a stock makes a move this aggressive on significant volume, the immediate assumption is that some broad sector trend is lifting all boats, perhaps positive news for the entire EV supply chain or a new government subsidy. But the reality of what's happening with MP Materials is far more specific and arguably more significant than a simple sector-wide rally. This isn't just about digging rocks out of the ground. The market is beginning to price in the brutal, complex, and incredibly valuable reality of what it means to not just mine, but to refine and manufacture the most critical magnetic materials on the planet, entirely outside of China's shadow. What we are witnessing is a fundamental re-rating based on tangible progress in their vertical integration strategy, a strategy that many initially dismissed as too ambitious. The common belief surrounding MP Materials has always been straightforward and appealing. It's pitched as the great American hope in the rare earth mineral space, a geopolitical chess piece against Chinese dominance, and a pure-play investment in the electrification of everything. Investors see the ticker and they think of electric vehicles, wind turbines, and defense technology. They see the Mountain Pass mine in California and view it as a secure, domestic source of the ingredients that power the modern world, a stark contrast to the supply chain anxieties that have plagued manufacturers for years. This narrative is powerful, easy to understand, and has attracted a legion of believers, from retail traders using the Robinhood app to sophisticated funds building positions through platforms like interactive brokers. The expectation is that as long as the demand for EVs and green energy grows, MP Materials will inevitably prosper. It's seen as a simple picks and shovels play on a multi-decade megatrend. However, challenging this simplistic view reveals a much more nuanced and high-stakes reality. The value isn't just in the mine itself. Owning the resource is just the ticket to the game. The true defensible moat and the likely driver behind today's significant repricing lies in mastering the downstream processing. For years, the West could mine rare earths, but it had to ship the concentrate to China for the complex and dirty work of separation and magnet manufacturing. MP's entire thesis rests on its three-stage plan to bring that entire value chain back to the United States. Stage 1 was restarting the mine and producing concentrate, which they achieved. But Stage 2, which involves separating that concentrate into individual rare earth oxides like neodymium praseodymium (NdPr), is the technical and financial crucible. This is a highly complex metallurgical process involving hundreds of solvent extraction steps. The fact that MP is now demonstrating tangible progress and operational optimization in Stage 2 is what separates it from a simple mining story. It's an industrial technology story. Furthermore, Stage 3, the construction of their Fort Worth, Texas facility to turn those separated oxides into powerful permanent magnets, moves them even further up the value chain, capturing margins that were previously exclusive to Chinese producers. Today's 8% jump isn't just optimism, it's the market's dawning realization that the execution risk, while still present, is being systematically retired. Investors who manage their portfolios through SoFi Invest or use Schwab Intelligent Portfolios are starting to see this not as a speculative miner, but as a future industrial powerhouse. Let's dissect the recent movements in more detail. Today's surge is happening on trading volume that is already trending to be double or even triple its daily average. This isn't just retail excitement, this is the footprint of institutional capital. High-volume moves on positive news signal conviction. Major funds aren't just taking a flyer, they are building core positions. This builds on the momentum we saw following their last quarterly earnings report. While the headline numbers on revenue and earnings are always important, the real focus for serious analysts was the commentary on the progress of their Stage 2 separation facility and the construction timeline for the Stage 3 magnetics plant. The company has been signaling that they are overcoming initial operational hurdles and are on a path to ramp up production of separated NdPr. Every ton of NdPr they produce and sell directly instead of selling as a lower margin concentrate fundamentally alters their profitability profile. This is what long-term investors using Fidelity Wealth Management Services are underwriting. They aren't just buying a commodity producer. They are investing in a company that is capturing the entire value chain, from dirt to magnet. The macroeconomic environment serves as a powerful, unpredictable catalyst. While rising interest rates can be a headwind for capital-intensive projects, the geopolitical landscape provides a countervailing force that is far stronger. Every hostile headline regarding U.S.-China trade, every new tariff, every official statement about de-risking critical supply chains acts as a direct tailwind for MP Materials. The U.S. Department of Defense has already awarded contracts to MP, viewing their operations as a matter of national security. This isn't an advantage that a company like Apple stock or Nvidia stock enjoys in the same way. While they are titans, they are also deeply entangled in global supply chains. MP Materials represents a disentanglement. This strategic premium is a core part of its valuation, and it is something that can cause the stock to move violently on news out of Washington or Beijing, completely detached from the daily fluctuations in the broader market indices. This is why many who are interested in online investing see it as a unique asset, different from a standard tech or industrial holding. For those less familiar with the specifics, MP Materials owns and operates the Mountain Pass mine in California, one of the richest and most significant rare earth deposits in the world. Their business model is a masterclass in vertical integration. They start by mining a bastonite ore. In Stage 1, they crush and process this ore to create a rare earth concentrate. For the initial phase of their public life, they sold this concentrate, primarily to China. But the core strategy is to stop doing that. With Stage 2 now coming online, they can perform the hydrometallurgical process of separating that concentrate into high-purity rare earth oxides, specifically NdPr, which is the key input for high-performance permanent magnets. Their offtake agreement with General Motors was a landmark moment, a clear signal that major Western customers are ready and willing to sign up. Stage 3 is the final piece, taking their own NdPr oxide and manufacturing finished magnets in Texas, ready to be installed in the drive units of electric vehicles, drones, and missile guidance systems. This integrated model from mine to magnet is what makes MP a potential titan, not just another mining company. The journey has been volatile, as is typical for companies that come to market via SPAC, but the strategic vision has been unwavering. Making a long-term allocation to this name through a Fidelity IRA or an individual brokerage account is a bet on this vision becoming a large-scale industrial reality. Looking toward the future, the tension between expectation and reality remains the central drama. The market's expectation is now shifting toward a smoother ramp-up of their integrated operations. The narrative assumes they will secure more major offtake agreements, that their Fort Worth facility will be built on time and on budget, and that they will enjoy premium pricing for their domestically produced magnets due to their strategic importance. The bull case is that in a few years, MP will be a high-margin, cash-flow-gushing industrial machine, a critical node in the Western world's advanced manufacturing ecosystem. However, the reality is that the path is still fraught with risk. The primary risk is operational. Scaling complex chemical and metallurgical processes is notoriously difficult. Any significant delays or cost overruns in Stage 2 optimization or Stage 3 construction could severely punish the stock. Commodity price volatility is another major factor. Rare earth prices, especially for NdPr, can swing wildly based on Chinese production quotas and global demand. While MP's integrated model provides some insulation, a sustained collapse in NdPr prices would still hurt their financial projections. Finally, there's the competitive landscape. While MP has a massive head start in the West, other projects in Australia, Canada, and elsewhere are being developed. They will need to execute flawlessly to maintain their first-mover advantage. The opportunity, however, is immense. The demand for permanent magnets from non-Chinese sources is not just growing, it is desperate. Automakers like Tesla and legacy giants are all publicly stating their intent to localize supply chains. MP Materials is currently the only viable large-scale solution in the United States. I have a question for you all. Comment below with how many tons of NdPr you think MP Materials will be producing annually by the end of 2026. In conclusion, the 8% surge in MP Materials stock today